was! It was straw. So I didn't realize this, but this is what the word straw comes from. Hi, girls. Hey, hello. Are you having fun out here today? Well, the little hens are all out here on the pier today. I made a little tent for them here with netting and keeping a little shadow to keep them safe. And we're going to be mucking out their quarters. The other day we had a huge storm, and I mean 30-mile-an-hour winds and rain so thick we could hardly see. So everything got wet. Okay, so this is all the straw that we kind of gathered up after the storm, and to let the wood dry. So it's piled up at the moment. Okay, you see all this part is nice and clean. This is straw. It's not hay. And the difference between straw and hay is, see how shiny and smooth this is? It's wonderful. It's not really for eating. It's not very appetizing for eating. But hay is, because hay's made from oats and barley and wheat and other growing things. And you know, have you ever heard that thing when you're tired at night, you'll say, oh, I'm ready to hit the hay. You know what that is? It's really straw, because people, they'll just, if they're working on the farm, they just fall into a big hay stack of straw, or they can fall into a haystack too. But also they used to stuff their bedding, you know, just like a great big huge pillowcase full of straw. And that's what they mean when they say, I'm ready to hit the hay. When Czechoslovakia first opened, after they took down the Iron Curtain there, I had to go over there to meet a man that Richard and I had just met a few months before, when they were working on the transition from communist-owned companies to privatization. And this man had a glassworks that was willing to work with us on our glass designs. So I was over there, and they still hadn't lifted the curfew. It was at 6 o'clock p.m. Can you imagine, in Prague, 6 o'clock p.m.? And they had no hotels in Prague. No hotels yet. So there I was in my room all by myself, just thinking, what am I going to do from 6 o'clock till morning? And then I saw a cupboard. Let's pretend this is a cupboard. Okay. I saw a cupboard. I thought, I'll open this cupboard and see what's inside. So it was this cold, dank room with nothing but a bunk and me. And I thought, there's just nothing in this cupboard. Except, it looks like some straws up there on that shelf. So I took down this bundle of straws wrapped in paper, you know how straws are wrapped in paper. And I thought, maybe there's a complimentary ice box here with something of beverages. So I was looking all around for beverages and ice box, and there was nothing. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll just contemplate these straws tonight. So then I peeled back the paper on one of the straws. And guess what it was? It was straw. So I didn't realize this, but this is what the word straw comes from. Until I saw this piece of straw wrapped in paper, just as if it was a drinking straw, a paper, or now a plastic drinking straw. Isn't that amazing? I can't believe, I haven't thought of it in years, actually. Well, you know what? I'm going to prove it to you. You probably don't believe it. This is how they came, tied with a reed. And they were all packaged just like this. Can you imagine being alone all by yourself in this dark, still, blocked off country and finding straws. And here's some that are unwrapped. See, this is before they're crushed, and they are. Do you feel your hair blowing in the wind? Or come closer. This is exciting because it means in a few minutes the hens will be coming back home. This is called a wick. You see what this is? See how these break apart naturally in little packages? It's called a wick of straw. The next part is putting the diatomaceous earth into the bathing facility for the hens. This is what it looks like when it's all ground up. Diatomaceous earth is just a kind of sedimentary rock that when it's ground up, and it comes from billions and billions of years ago, these little tiny organisms, little crustaceous animals, that their shells become silicone over the many centuries, millions of years, and when it's ground up, it's very fine, but it has a grit feeling to it. It's actually, the rock is so soft, to me, when you break it up, it's almost like a type of hardened clay. But what's nice about it is it's very soft, but it has a grit, which is what hens love, because that's why they like to take dust baths, because there's some kind of fine sand or rocky substance that actually cleans their skin. It's kind of like, what do we call it for grown-ups? Exfoliating. It's an exfoliating experience for them. I've never been exfoliated, but I know that word. So we're going to give some exfoliation to their bathing quarters here. Okay, let's go get the girls. Oh, yes! Oh, we're here! We're finally here! Okay, you go first. Okay. I got both of them. Good girls. Yeah. Here they are, after being in there all day long. Let's go. Hi. Yeah. Oh, look at that. There we are. And one more little girl. Oh. The trouble is, if you don't hold their wings, they get frightened. Their wing is flapping, make them frightened. Oh, you gotta keep it down so that they can stay calm. I don't know how that happened, but she beat my ear up. Look at this. Does it look like home? All clean and fresh. They're checking it all out. Yeah, and look in the mirror. Make sure you look good after being in wifey all that time. Let's see, what do you say goodbye when you're a farmer? Maybe you say happy trails, or you don't say ahoy. What do you say, or bon voyage? No. What do farmers say? Giddy up. We shall meet again.